Okay, 10 a.m. Let's start our class. So I hope you have guys questions. But before we do anything, let's recall the formulas. Okay, we start with chapter 5. And chapter 5 is about break-even analysis, right? So we have condition total revenue equals total cost. That's condition to break even, or which is the same profit. Well, profit. Let me fix that. Profit equals 0. That's common condition for both cases. And we have units, right? And we have no units. Okay. So let me now start with units case. So total revenue equals PX. Total cost equals VCX plus fixed cost. Okay. Then contribution margin is P minus VC. Contribution rate is contribution margin over P. And what we have, break-even point in units, it is fixed cost over contribution margin. Break-even point in dollars, it is fixed cost over contribution rate. As alternative, we can use formula break-even point in units over come on, not over, times. Fix that. P times break-even point in units. That's alternative formula, right? And one more formula, it's about break-even point as a percent of capacity. Break-even point as a percent of capacity, it is break-even point in units over X max. Okay, guys, those are formulas for a case where we have units. Now, please, any questions if you have? So let's move to case where we have no units. Total revenue is X. Yeah, one more thing I shall mention here. X in units. Okay, X in units, that is what's happening here. X in units. In case of no units, X in dollars. Okay, that's what it is. X in dollars. Okay, so total revenue is X, total cost is VC over sales times X plus fixed cost. Contribution margin, it is sales minus VC. Contribution rate, it is contribution margin over sales, right? And break-even point in dollars, it is fixed cost over contribution rate. And break-even point as a percent of capacity, it is break-even point in dollars over sales max. So for no units case, it's very critical to have that sales max. If we don't have sales max, the only thing we can calculate is break-even point in dollars. That's it. Nothing else. If we don't have X max in case of units, we can find both break-even point in units and break-even point as a sales dollars. Why? Because we have those formulas, right? They are not depending on X max. Here, percent of capacity, which is second coordinate, depending on sales max. So if it's not available, the only value what can be calculated is break-even point in dollars. So no, any questions, people? Contribution rate, it's contribution margin over sales. That's what you need, Sava? That's sales here. Okay, any other question? Okay, now when we're done with that, we have two ways to continue. Way number one, you ask me questions you have. If you don't have any questions, I prepared something for you to practice on. So, do you have any questions you want me to ask? Okay, silence means no questions. If it is the case, let's continue with what I prepared. So the Superior Jump Drive company sells jump drives for $10 each. Manufacturing cost is $260 per jump drive. Marketing costs are $240 per jump drive, and royalty payments are 20% of the selling price. The fixed cost of preparing the jump drive is $18,000. Capacity is 15,000 jump drives. Okay, we just had a question, right? So let's break down what do we know here. So company sells jump drives for $10. It is price. Okay, next, manufacturing cost per jump drive. Oh, first of all, do we have units here? Yes or no? Guys, I need your answer, please. Yes, we have units. Okay, so we have units, answer yes. So I go to my formula sheet. I work with formulas what are developed for case of units, right? So price is 10. Then manufacturing cost 260 per jump drive. So because it is per jump drive, either per unit, I say it's variable cost, right? Marketing cost 240. So again, that is variable cost. And royalty payments are 20% of sale price. So it's again variable cost plus 0.2 times 10. So variable cost is, let me calculate, 260 plus 240 plus 2, right? It's $7. I can put here 7. Okay, so just to save some space. Next, 18,000, it is fixed cost. So I have fixed cost of $18,000, right? And I have X max equals 15,000 units. Okay, I have X max 15,000 units. So far, any questions, people? So let me know when you're ready to flip a page. I'm gonna answer those 5 questions on the next pages. Ready. So first, contribution margin, contribution rate. So contribution margin, it is P minus VC. So 10 minus 7 is 3. Contribution rate, that's contribution margin over P. So 3 over 10 is 0.3. Yes. Okay, very good. Very good. So now break-even points, units, dollars, percent of capacity. So let's do that. Question 2. So break-even point in units is fixed cost over contribution margin. So 18,000 over 3. What is it? 6,000, right? 6,000 break-even point. That is in dollars. Well, I have pretty good contribution rate. It's a fixed number, no tails, nothing what is inconvenient. So I could choose to use that formula. So 18,000 over 0.3, it is what? $60,000. Alternatively, if you like, just to prove to yourself, it is 10 times 6,000, which is P times BIP in units, right? Yes, people, we good with that? Okay, so last break-even point as a percent, that is break-even point in units over X max. So let me recall what is X max. 15,000. So I have 6,000 over 15,000. Let me see, what is it? And it is 0.4 or 40%. That's it. That's it. So any questions, people, so far? No questions. Okay, let me know when we can continue. Ready. Okay, so what is next? Next, draw detailed break-even chart. Okay, to draw a chart, we know that we have 2 axes, right? Vertical for dollars and horizontal for units. I need 2 functions, total revenue function, which is PX, which is 10x in this case. So it has to be calculated in 2 points. So we choose to 0.0 when we sell nothing, so it's right there. Okay, let it be this way. And then I recommend, well, you can choose any number from 0 to X max, but I recommend to take maximum capacity. So we have idea what is maximum we can get from that venture. So 15,000. Let's put somewhere here. 15,000 and 150,000. So we find point total revenue. Yeah, please understand that it is only the sketch, that's the approximate graph. It may not reflect real picture. So same thing we have to do with total cost. Total cost function is VCX plus FC. So total cost is 7x plus I said what, 18,000, right? So total cost when we sell nothing is 7 times 0 plus 18,000 is 18,000. So nothing, let's say 18,000 here, right? And then total cost when we sell everything, which is X max, it is 7 times 15,000 plus 18,000. So it is what it is. Let me calculate. It is 123,000. So it's about, let's say here, 123,000. So from that point, I drop till I hit maximum line. That's my second point. Connecting this to total cost. Now, this point would be break-even point in units, right? Not in units, I shouldn't say that. It's just break-even point because it has two coordinates. The first coordinate is in units, and we calculated that 6,000 units, right? And second coordinate, that's the break-even point in dollars, that is $60,000. So now we have detailed break-even chart built for that question. Any questions you might have, people? Okay, so let me know when you're done so we can continue. It's 18 here. Yeah, go ahead, Sawa. $6,000 and $60,000, yes. Green number, it's a break-even point. What did you calculate? You calculate, well, because break-even point in dollars is 60,000. That's it, that's why. Vertical line represent dollars. You're welcome. Any other questions, guys? Okay, so let's continue. What do you want next? Determine the break-even point in units if fixed cost is increased by 1,600 while manufacturing costs reduced by 50% per jump drive. So 50 cents. So what do we have? We have that fixed cost from 18,000 became 1,600 more. So that's 19,600, right? and variable cost from $7 became $6.50. Is that part clear? People. Okay, so to calculate what they want, break-even point in units and break-even point in units. So we affected fixed cost and variable cost, means we need to recalculate contribution margin, which is price 10 minus 650. What is it? 350, right? And break-even point in units will be 19,600 over 350. Let's calculate that. They have 5,600. So that is the answer. Any questions? You see contribution margin, contribution rate approach way faster and convenient than building functions. So I would use that all the time, right? Except cases where when you really need those functions, like here, you have to build them, so you need to know formulas for each function and stuff like that. Okay. Determine break-even point in units if the selling price increased by 10% while fixed cost is increased by 2,900. So what do we have? We have P is 1.1 times 10, which is 11. Sorry, how much? 2,900 increase. 29. So fixed cost is 18,000 plus 2,900. What is it? 20,900. Again, because we changed price, that contribution margin has to be recalculated. 11 minus 7 is 4. Therefore, break-even point in units, it is 20,900 over 4. So 2,900 over 4, that is 5,225 units. That is the answer. That is the answer. Any questions, people? So let me know when you're done so we can continue. Okay. Next, the management of Lambda Corporation has received the following forecast for the next year, and we have that fairy tale numbers. Now, question: units or no units? No units. Okay, answer is correct. So, pretty much everything is here in this table. Sales, fixed cost, variable cost, and we have capacity, right? So we have sales max. Let's answer questions here. For example, contribution rate, contribution margin. Let's answer that here. Contribution margin, it is sales, which is 600,000 minus a variable cost 270,000. So contribution margin is what? 330,000, right, guys? Contribution rate contribution rate. It is contribution margin, which is 30,000, but we just calculated over sales, and that is 0.55 or 55%. I usually don't convert, but for the answer, yeah, you better convert it, because most likely computer asks you for percent value. For your further calculations, you use 0.55, right? So any questions here, people, so far? Guys, no questions. So let's move to question number 2, and we need to find break-even points in dollars and as a percent of capacity. So break-even point in dollars, that is fixed cost over, let me put formula, fixed cost over contribution rate. So let me see, 275,000. Contribution rate, which is calculated, is 55%. So 275,000 divided on 0.55, and I have $500,000. $500,000. Now break-even point as a percent of capacity, it is break-even point in sales dollars over sales max. Okay, what my sales max at 800K, I believe, right? Yes. So 500K over 800K. Okay, so it is, yeah, 0.625 or 62.5%. Any questions? So let me know when you're done and we can continue. Done. So what is next? Determine break-even volume in dollars if fixed cost increased by 40K while variable cost held on 40% of sales. So fixed cost is 275 plus 40. What is it? 275 plus 40 is 315. Okay, and variable cost is 40% of sales, which is 600,000. Let me double check. Yes. So 0.4 times 600,000, 240,000. So again, we need to recalculate contribution margin. What do you want actually? Break-even volume in dollars. Okay. Contribution margin is 600,000 minus 240,000. It is what? 360. Yeah, if you pay attention, it could be calculated as 600 times 0.6, right? Because variable cost 40%, everything else will be contribution margin. But let's just leave it. Let's just stick to the formula. So in order not to confuse anybody. So contribution rate, it is what, 360 over what, 600, and it will be 60%, I believe. Double check. Yes, it is 0.6 or 60%. Now we can calculate break-even point in dollars as fixed cost 315,000 over 0.6. So It turns to be $525,000. That's it. That's the break-even point in dollars. Let me know when you're done, and I think we will build a chart as well. I don't know why I didn't put question to build a chart, but we can fix it as is now. Done. So basically, we answered all three questions. Now let's create and answer question number 4, which is to build a break-even chart. So break-even chart assumes two axes again. Vertical axis represents dollars, horizontal represents percent of capacity, right? So let's work with total revenue function. It is just X, so X here. It splits that angle to 45 degrees, right? But we need numbers. So this number is easy. And then when I have 100%, that number will be easy as well. It will be 800,000 total revenue. When I sell everything, which is 100%, it is sales max. So far, any questions, guys? Any questions, people? So let me know when you're ready for total cost function. Put formula here, VC over sales times X plus fixed cost. So what do we have? VC 270 over 600 times X plus 275, I believe. 275, yes. 275,000. So total cost is 0.45 X plus $275,000. Now we're ready to plug 2 points. First is 0, so I have just the fixed cost, right? So if I have 0, I have about here 275,000. Second, total cost when I sell everything, which is 100%, I have to plug sales max, right? Plus 275,000. So let me put here total cost for 100% is 0.45 times 800 plus 275,000. That's $635,000. Somewhere here, 635. So now I go till I hit what 100% drop. I have 2 points, connect, total cost. And this is break-even point. First coordinate will be percent of capacity, and percent of capacity is what? 62.5%. So 62.5%. And here I have $500,000. That's the chart. That's the chart. Any questions, people? Okay, so we're pretty much done. Let me know when you're ready to continue. Done. Okay. So on this happy note, we finish chapter 5. Now chapter 6. Um, chapter 6 kind of has two parts. Right? One part is about discount, and second part um, continues with uh, price formation with merchandising and stuff like that. So let's begin with discount. So amount of discount is list price times D, right? So net price, that's the price after discount, is L minus A. So combination gives me this, that's net price factor, 1 minus D. Right? Also, I have a series of discounts, and also I have single rate of discount. That's the formula. Or I have different approach when I have when I calculate total discount amount, and then using this formula I can find D. So let's solve first formula for L first, A over D, and then for D is A over L. Okay, here we can say L is n plus A, or A is L minus n. So if I combine these two formulas, I have D equals L minus n over L. So this formula might be useful, right, as well as this formula, n 1 minus D. Okay, let me see if I have extra page. Yes, I do. Very good. So these formulas basically everything what is related to discount. Any questions, guys? So let me know when you're done, and I will continue with the second part with formulas. Finish. Very good. So anyways, guys, remember this video is recorded. So first it will be available on the Blackboard. After some time, I will upload it to the YouTube channel and will post additional link for that video on YouTube. Okay, now merchandise. So as here, future sale price actually, right? Regular selling price is created as cost plus overhead expense plus profit. Right? So then we introduce value as markup. Markup is expense plus profit. Markup has, okay, about rates we will talk a little later. So S will be C plus M, right? What else? Then we want to create sales. So sale price, it is S minus markdown amount. So for you to remember that um, those formulas are exactly related to this formulas. N is L minus A. Here's the formula. N, or sale price, price after discount. It's a list price, price before discount minus markdown amount, which is discount. So SP is S1 minus markdown rate, and markdown rate is what? Markdown amount over S. Also, we have markdown rate, markup rate based on cost, which is M over C, and markup rate based on sale price, regular selling price actually, it's markup over S. As well as we learned that future discount can be inserted, embedded inside of the price. This price we call marked price, and formula says S1 minus D. That's right there, this formula. That's this formula. Okay, what is else? I believe that's everything. So ask me questions if you have. So guys, are we gonna have a break? What do you say? Yes or no? Or we can go straight, or we can make 5 minutes for coffee. What do you say? People are busy. Okay, okay, so it's up to me then. Let me know when you're done writing those formulas. Done. Okay, let's practice. Determine the net price of an article listed at 590 less 37.5, 12.5, and 8.1 Okay, so and we have series of discounts, right? 591 minus 0.375, 1 minus 0.125, and this guy is 1 over 3 plus 8, so 1 minus 0.083 in period, right? So we remember that this period is really important. If you forget about that, your answer will be off for lots of hold on, what is it? Okay, so 1 minus, I'm calculating, suggest you calculate as well. So I have $295.77. Please confirm my number. Okay, next. What rate of discount has been allowed if an item that lists for 270 sold for 168? So rate of discount is D, and solve for basically that's the formula, right? Because I have L 270, I have N 168.75, and I recommend you to write down this information here first so you clearly understand what you have. It will make your choice of formula easier, right? It will make your understanding better. So 270 minus 68.75 over 270. Let's calculate that. So 0.375, or your answer should sound like 37.5%. Most likely computer wants you to answer in percents. Anyways, if you give me that answer, I go through your answers anyways. I will fix your mark, so nothing to worry about. So let me know when we can continue. Okay. Next, compute single discount percent equivalent to discount series 40, 10, 8.13%. So formula SD is 1 minus 1 minus D1. Here I will write down 3 terms because I have, right, 3 discounts. So what is it? SD is 1 minus 0.4, 1 minus 0.1, 1 minus 0.083 in period. So SD, let's calculate. I have 0.505 or 50.5%. Please confirm my number. So to make life easier and to calculate this faster, first I calculate these brackets because I need calculator, right? Not really, but I do. So I calculated this, then times 0.9, because this bracket is easy to calculate, times 0.6. And then 1 minus whatever is here, I found. So can we continue, guys? Are you ready? Yes. Okay, discount electronic listen article for 1020, last 25 and 15. Competitor carries the same article for 927, last 25. What for the discount correct to nearest 1/10 of a percent must the competitor allow so that its net price is the same as discounts? So first of all, let's calculate separately for both. What do we have? So I have n here 1020, 1 minus 0.25, 1 minus 0.15. So n is $650.25. Now for this case, n is 927, 1 minus 0.25. That should be 25. My goodness. Okay, so N is 695.25. So far, guys, any questions? So first guy has 650, second guy has 695. So 695, that's the price what has to be discounted. So I make it L, and discounted amount has to be 650.25. They say what further discount, and correct to nearest 1/10 of a percent tells me discount rate. So formula I will use this one, right? We use it already more than one time. So it is useful formula. Let me put that 650.25. So 695.25. So D is 0.064724919. So correct to nearest 1/10 of a percent. So answer 6.5%. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so I think we can make a short break here, and it would be till 11. So we'll be back at okay, Sava. We learned situation for two different companies. Is that clear? Yes. So the second company, if I put it here, one, here, two, second company sees that its competitor has different price, which is less amount. Is that part clear? So 695 has to be further discounted. Make sense? Yes. So in order to use my formulas, I have to make, because 695 is the subject to next discount. So this is undiscounted price, which is L. That's why. Okay. So be back at 11. You're welcome. And break, guys. Okay, guys, break is over. Let's continue. What total amount must be remitted if the following invoices, all with terms 410, 230, net 60, are paid on May 10? Okay. Give me 1 sec. Okay, let's see separately 3 invoices. So first one, March 21. March 21. So 410, 230, net 60. We need to find cutoff days for first 2 discounts. So what is March 21? March 21 gives me 80 plus 10 days is 90, and that is March 31st. March 31st, right? And then 20 more days, that's 110, gives me what? April 20th. April 20th. So if I pay on May 10, right? May 10. Here I have no discounts, and I pay $850. Okay. Next. Next is April 10. April 10. So April 10 gives me 100. So 110 is April 20th. April 20th, and 20 more days. 130 gives me May 10. May 10. So May 10 is last day of what? 2% of the discount, right? So I pay 960. I pay 960. Last 2%. What is that? That is 940, 80. Okay. So finally, the last one is what? April 30th. So April 30th gives me 120 plus 10 is 130, and it is May 10. May 10, right? So that is the last day of the 4% of the discount. There is no point to calculate the second cutoff date because we already hit day of the payment, right? So we have 1040, 1 minus 0.004, and 1040 times 0.96, 998, 40. So I calculated all 3 invoices, and those are numbers. So I add them together. 850 plus 940, 80 plus 998.40, and I have 2000. Oops. I have $2,789.20. That is the answer for this question. Please confirm my numbers. Let me know if you have any questions, as well as when we can continue. somebody give Amiera a WhatsApp group, but I doubt somebody will have time to help you during the test because everybody will be busy, right? Okay. Next, an invoice for 3200 dated March 20th, terms 310 EOM, means end of month, right? Was received March 23. Payment must be made on April 10th to reduce the debt to 1200. Let's see, let's make a diagram. So it is March 23. So I'm following till March 31, right? End of month. And actually March 20th, it doesn't matter, the 23, 20th, we follow till March 31st anyways, right? So payment must be made to reduce debt to 1200. So what is cutoff date? March 31st gives me 90 days, so 100 will be April 20th. So April 20th, actually, that's the last day. 20th or 10th? 10th, yeah, 10th. April 10th, sorry. April 10th, it's the last day, it's a cutoff day for 3% of the discount, right? So I think this way. After my payment, so 3200 minus X will be $1,200. Yes or no? So X from here is 3200 minus 1200, but because I have a discount, I apply it. Oops, 003. I already put the answer, right? For the brackets. So what I have, 3200 minus 1200, that's 2000 times 0.97. I have 1940. That's how much has to be paid. Any questions? Okay. Let's move forward. On January 15, Sheridan Service received shipment with invoice dated January 14, terms 410 EOM. On February 9, Sheridan Service mailed check for $1,392 in the partial payment of the invoice. By how much did the Sheridan Service reduce the debt? Okay, so January 15, January 14 doesn't matter because we have EOM, so January 31st, that's the date, day 0, right? So we have terms 410, January 31st gives me 31, 41 will be February 10, that's the cutoff day for discount, right? And I paid, actually they mailed, it's another trick, on February 9. But these days you can wire money, right? So same days, basically instant service. So February 9, they paid $1,392. Now, remember what I said when we have studied this material? I said this: any amount paid within discount interval considered to be amount after discount. So that is N, right? So 4% of discount, and L will be what? Formula. Remember that formula? And therefore, oh, actually I have space. 1392. 1 minus 004. What is that? 1392 1392 divided 0.96, 1450. That's the answer for this question. Any questions, people? Let me know when you're ready. Okay, next. What is the regular selling price of an item purchased for $12.70 if the markup is 20% of the regular selling price? So price purchased tells me it is C. Markup is 0.2 times S, right? So S is C plus M. So let's plug values what I know. S is 1270 plus 0.2 S. I will do steps here. Okay, just to avoid any questions. 1270 over 0.8. That's the price. Please confirm my number. Okay, let me know when you're done. No good. Let's move forward. The regular selling price of merchandise sold in a store includes a markup of 40% based on regular selling price. During a sale, an item that cost the store 180 was marked down 20%. For how much was the item sold? Okay, so what we had? We created sale for something. Markup 40% based on regular selling price. It means this. Okay? Or if you use formula, MC is M over S, right? Actually, let me take this bracket away. So when I put numbers, I have 0.4 equals M over S, right? And from here, M is 0.4S. So I'm just explaining steps. Sale item cost, so I have C, 280. Markdown, so MDR rate is 20%. For how much item was sold? So before we find sale price, SP, we need to find regular price S. So step number one, S is C plus M. So S is 180 plus 0.4S, right? So S steps are exactly the same as I used here, just a little different numbers, right? So 180, oh, let me turn off. 180 over 0.6, $300. And second step, SP is S 1 minus markdown rate. So SP, it is 300, 1 minus 0.2. So SP is what? $240. That's the answer for this question. As usual, questions if you have, and let me know when you're ready to continue. Okay, so let's move forward. An item that costs the dealer $350 less 35 and 12.5 carries regular selling price on the tag at markup of 150% of cost. For quick sale, the item was reduced 30%. What was the sale price? So let's first calculate cost. 350, 1 minus 0, 35, 1 minus 0, 125. Okay, let's see. That's $190, $199.06. Okay, that's what I found. Let me double check. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, before I find sale price, I need S. So I have markup is 1.5 times C. So it can be calculated now. That's 298, 159. So S is C plus M is 199.06 plus 298.059, 497.65. Okay, so now SP, let me change color just to separate. Reduce 30%, so is 497.65. 1 minus 0.3 is 348. No, 36. That's it. That is the answer. Okay, let me know, guys, when you're done. Okay, next. Formula for M. Well, it says markup is 140%, 50% of cost. That's actually the formula. 150% of cost. Yeah, times C. Yeah, times C. 1.5 times C. You're welcome. So are you ready to continue? Okay. An article cost $900 and sold for $25.20. Was the what was the percent of markup based on cost? So we have C is 900, S is 25.20, and we need to find MC. So markup can be found from this formula. So 2520 minus 900. Okay. 250 1620. Okay, and then MC is M over S. Oops, sorry, C should be C. Over C is 1620 over 900 is 1.8 or 180%. Confirm my number. Let me know when you're ready to move forward. Are you ready, guys? Okay. Next, determine the cost of an item sold for 1904 to realize a markup of 40% based on cost. So I have S is 1904, markup is 04 times C. Is that clear? Yes, so S is C plus M. So 1904 equals C plus 04C. 1904 is 1.4C. So C here, 1904 divided 1.4, 1360. That's it. Let me know when you're done. Okay. A markup of $90 is made on sale. If the markup was 45% of selling price, what was the cost? Okay, markup is 90 bucks and markup is 45% of S. So that's what we know. We need to find cost. So S is C plus M. Let me see. First, actually, I can combine this two and find S is 90 over 0.45. So 90 over 0.45, that's 200. Now 200 is C plus 90. C is 110. C is 110. So, waiting guys for the questions until you're done. Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so let's continue. A surf shop reduces the price of a paddle board for quick sale from 1560 to 1195. Compute the markdown correct to the nearest 100ths of the percent. So S is 1560, SP is 1195. So we need to find markdown amount first. That's 1560 minus 1195. What is that? 365. So markdown rate is 365 over 1560. That's 0.233974359. Now they want 2/100ths of the percent. So I would say this. 23.44%. 40 because we're around 39, right? Okay, questions? Okay. Next. A retail buys an appliance for 14.80 less 45 and 15. The store prices the merchandise its regular selling price to cover expenses of 40% of the regular selling price at the net profit of 10% of regular selling price. During a clearance sale, the appliance was sold at markdown of 45. What was the operating profit or loss? So let's find cost first. 1480 minus 0.25. 1 minus 0.15. Okay. 943.50. Okay, that's the cost. So I have expense is 0.4 times S, and I have profit 0.1 times S, right? So before I find profit as a result of sale, I need to find regular selling price. Here I will use formula this formula. Right, so S is C 943.50 plus 0.4S plus 0.1S. So I will do steps. Let me see if I have extra page for it. Yes, I do. Good. So I will do steps Okay, minus 0, 1s. So everything with unknown s, I moved to the left, changing signs. So I have 05s is 1943.50 and s is 1887. So I calculated that. Now markdown 45. Let me know when you're ready to flip a page. Okay, so now before calculating profit or loss, we have to find sale price. So 45% marked down. So as sale price is 1887. 1 minus 0.45. Okay, so what is it? That's 1037.85. Okay, then profit. Because profit calculated as a result of sale, we will calculate that profit using this formula. So instead of S, I use SP. So 1037.85 minus cost 943.50 minus expense is 40% of S minus 0.4 times 1887. So profit is negative 660.45. Wow, that's the huge loss actually. Let me double check. Yeah. So manager is fired. Let me know when you're done, guys. Okay, next. Discount electronics buy stereos for 830 less 37.5 and 12.5%. Expenses at 20% of cost, and the required profit is 15% of regular selling price. All merchandise is marked with the price so that the store can advertise a discount of 30% while still maintaining its regular markup. During the annual clearance sale, the new regular selling price is sold of unsold items is marked down 50%. What operating profit or loss does the store make on items sold during the sale? Okay, let's see. First, let's find cost. Okay. Let's calculate. So 453.91. That's cost. So expenses is 20% of cost. Can be calculated right away. Okay. That's expenses. And profit is 15% of S. So before we do anything, we need to find S. S is C plus E plus profit. Let's plug numbers. S is C, 453.91 plus 90.78 plus 0.15 times S. So S minus 0.15 S equals 244.69. So S is two. What? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, 287. 787. That's S. Okay, let me know when you're ready to flip a page. Well, hold on. Something terribly wrong. Something terribly wrong. How come here 200 if I have 453.91? That's my gremlins. You see? But because I analyzed the answer, I caught those gremlins and I fixed the results. That's what it is. That's it. So let me know when you're done so I can flip a page. Guys, Are you ready? Okay, so then we read, they want to be nice and offer 30% of discount, right? But at the same price, at the same time, they want to receive their money. So that's the formula, right? So 639, 64, 1 minus 0, 3, 913. So that's price what customer will find on a tab. 913.77. Then they mark down 50%. So SP is 913.77. 1 minus 0.5. 456.89. 913.77 times 0.5. Yeah. Okay, now profit and loss. Profit is 456.89 minus cost 453.91. So I already know it will be loss. And expense is 90.78. So 456.89 minus 453.91 minus 98 minus 87.80. That's the loss. Okay, looks like that's the last question. So finish writing, and if you have any questions, please ask. Okay, people, I think we can finish today's class. Do you have any questions before we say goodbye? Well, the format of the test will be something like format of the quiz. You go to MyMathLab. Well, as I said before, and I'm telling again, test will be based on chapter 5 and chapter 6. That's what we reviewed today. And format will be following. You log into MyMathLab. You will have 10 questions, something similar to quizzes. So you have question. Test is next class from 10 to 12. 2 hours, yes. Yes, test only on MyMathLab, yes. Any other questions? Well, no, you don't have to connect to the class. You just go to MyMathLab uh, at 10 or a few minutes before 10. Start your test. No, you don't need lockdown browser. What other questions, guys? Yeah, it will be there on Friday. Of course, it will be open when it's ready. It will show up. No, you have 2 hours for test, and that's it. No class after test. What other questions, people? Well, 10 to 12. 10 to 12. 2 hours. You're welcome. Any other questions, people? Okay, explaining 8 1/3% can be expressed as 8 plus 1/3 or 8 plus 0.3 in period, right? Or 8.3 in period percent. Then you divide by 100 and you have 0.083 in period. Same, you convert 16 and 2/3, 13 and 1/3, or 33, they love that percent. Same thing you do for that 2% as well, same procedure. Are we cool now? Ryan? Okay, any other questions? Okay, guys, then thank you very much and good luck on the test. And see you next week, Wednesday. Bye bye.